we've been together 24 years. It's a quarter of a century. It's never going to go away. That one was 14 years, but I knew within the first 3 or 4 years it wasn't right, but I didn't want to get divorced. I didn't want to fail. I had all these things because I grew up with 4 different fathers. I remember going to my friend's house and I was telling him my plan, and he goes, here, let me show you your plan. He took out a piece of paper. He said, your plan is you're going to do this. He took out a piece of paper and he cut it in half, and he said, and he made it a little more than half. And he goes, you're going to give her more than half and you're going to end up with this. He goes, but that's not it. The lawyer's going to involve me. He took the last piece and he shredded it again and gave me this little piece of paper. And he goes, that's what's actually going to happen. So you should be prepared for this. And I was like, oh my God, thanks for the uplifting message. And he goes, but the freedom will be worth it. But he said something more valuable to me. I was feeling like my daughter, when this happened, didn't talk to me. I mean, she's one of the loves of my life. I've raised her since she was a little one. My son didn't even call me. And it's like, I remember him saying, look, he said, just do what you do best, which is love on them continuously and reaffirm that you're not there to attack their mother, reaffirm that you're going to support her no matter what, and don't just reaffirm it, do it. And he goes, Tony, that's who you are. That's what your plan is, even if you only end up with this. And you're not going to be starting over because you're a different person. You could never start over. Who you are today, you as well, is so different than 5 or 10 or 20 years ago. You can't start over. It's absurd. You're a different person. So don't even use that language. That produces stress. Because I taught him that. He put it back to me. He goes, so here's what I want you to know. There'll be a day, I promise you. And he gave me something I did for him 4 or 5 times. God gave it back to me from this dear man who's one of my dear friends. And he said, here's the truth. He said, there'll be a time, I don't know if it's a year from now, 2 or 3 years from now, we're going to be sitting at this same table. We're at this little restaurant near his home. And he said, and you're going to be telling me about this woman you've fallen in love with. And you might even be having a child on the way. And he said, you're going to be the happiest you've ever been in your life because you had the courage to do this and you did it right like everything else you do consciously. And he gave me a compelling future beyond the moment. And I still thank him for it today. I get emotional even thinking about it.